Say that again.
I can't remember.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, so when I learn something new, or I learn a new part of this big system, machine, plan thing, you know, because we've got to like zoom out a little bit in life every day and just reassess shit.
Yes, good point.
In the studio,
Good point.
I will, with the people I know I can speak with, I don't scare the shiza out of strangers, okay? I don't have many new strangers coming through them. But my hardcore gals, I can go, so have you heard about the global DP plan in 4 words? And they'll go, yeah. And I'm like, do you know what depopulation means? Or am I like so old school I think it's like to kill us off? Do you know, people are so conditioned, even the ones who are awake and still won't zoom out and go, hang on a sec, let me look out of my box and see what the fuck's going on outside, because we create our own realities. We live actually in one dimension. The fact that we can see those trees and stuff, you know, that's just what they've told us. But I think we live in this one dimension, which is so complex. And then all of a sudden, what? It's not actually what you thought it was. So people now are depressed. I had a client who does therapy with people, relieving stress in their body. And she's like, in corporate, it's so hectic at the moment because like people are really having mental breakdowns where they're
mental issues,
seriously going to mental clinics. I'm like, oh, a mental asylum.
Yes, is it not? Or is there a difference now?
Now all of a sudden there are more depressed people and more sad people and more people whose vibration is down here on the ground and not able. They've taken away our ability by reprogramming our little machine, our little robot brain, and they've reprogrammed us to go, oh, I have COVID. Oh, I'm so sick. And then you have those conversations with people and your vibrations are then
Gets
2 of you
lower
are
and lower
low.
and lower.
And you know, to spread rot.
Let's be honest, it's affected our
amongst
household.
ourselves and our body
Yeah.
is a serious thing, let alone people to people.
Yeah. Good.
So that's scary. That scares me because
Well said.
I am in no way a stable-brained, perfect, robot-headed human. Yeah? No. They gave me a little woman cell. Here's your cell, and you're going to be a woman. You know how fucking complicated a woman is? Yes, you know. Women are hectic. Now you go and reprogram us again. It's okay. We're going to show you through adverts and print media and all these beautiful things
Mass
that this is
psychosis.
how it is. But we don't believe that maybe our blood pressure falling through the floor 4 days after our big vaccine had nothing to do with the vaccine. But hey, if you poop weird in the morning, guys, you got COVID.
Yeah, so weird. Thank you.
It's okay to have COVID. It's not okay to have COVID. Stay at home and don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone. Keep your
it to
business
yourself.
to yourself. Don't give it power. It's so disgusting. That's my opinion. That's what makes me a bigot. I'm a bigot, right?
But you have definitely opened 1 or 2 points I'd like to go back to. And cool. So, what is disease? What is cancer? Let's talk about the
rotten
big
cell.
C. Thank you. It's a dead, dying,
It's a dead cell.
In simplicity. So, in the last few years, the amounts and the types of cancer have grown astronomically. And that's, I'm not being, you know what I mean? I'm not a conspiracist, you know?
It's
Do
on
your
the
homework,
website.
talk to people, it's fact. You probably, let's just say, there's more cancer today than when we were 10. Okay? Cool. And maybe it's from Kellogg's cornflakes. Who knows? Who cares? It's probably from all the cars out there. Maybe it's the cigarettes. Who knows? Who
Well,
cares?
it's everything.
But I just want to say there was a time in our history where cigarettes were spun to us, advertised as being healthy. There was a time where if you wanted to climb Mount Everest, you needed to smoke a box of cigarettes a day. Marlboro. The Marlboro man. The Marlboro man. Yeah. So, let's go back.
We must find that advert.
It's not, you can't anymore. So let's go back. Well, I was sponsored by a cigarette company when I was younger. Atusana. I wonder if you are out there watching. Anyway, I had to sign a document, yeah? But there were known things to this whole thing. But before my time, cigarettes were sold to us as being healthy. However, today, the world is against smoking, and they want to get rid of it, but they can't get rid of it because they're all being paid by it. So,
can I just tell you something about cigarettes?
Yeah.
So my client, he said, puts down this box. So now, because I've smoked for 31 years, I'm a recovering addict. Okay, I'm still recovering. I haven't smoked in 2 years.
2 years.
All right? So, she
Other
pulls
than the
out this beautiful lime green box.
I see, I've never seen that brand before.
11, what? She said, what is it, 186 Rand? I think it's 18 Rand 60 a box.
It's got
Dirt cheap, hey? So if I was still smoking rolled cigarettes already, you know, my brand Dunhill, all these years later I'd be paying 50-something Rand a box.
what? For
Anyway,
Dunhill?
so on Dunhill though, there's all these Yankee pictures of people with all this disease and shit. And on the illegal cigarettes that were sold for a fortune are now 18 Rand 60 a box, and not one picture or notification
In case you're
about
smoking
cancer
or kill you.
that you can buy it from the store. It's not illegal. It's our new economy. This is our new economy in South Africa. We have these cigarettes. The economy has changed. We are waiting for Rand to change to some weird
But it's changed
currency,
already.
but we already have added 3 zeros. Remember back in the day, Zimbabwe went from normal to adding 3 zeros to their reserve bank total, and all of a sudden it became worthless.
You heard it
But
here
ours
first.
is not worthless.
Hey,
because
you
it's
heard it here
cigarettes.
first. Well done,
Let's
brother.
tap into all the addicts during lockdown. Let's tap into them. Let's make it so expensive. Let's exploit them completely, because I would have been selling my left ass cheek for a carton of cigarettes if I was still a smoker during lockdown. They have changed everything completely. The whole psychology around it is the marketing thingy. There's that little group of people who sit and go, ooh, how are we going to screw over the
psychosis.
nation today?
Yeah.
Mass psychosis, mass
psychosis.
hypnosis. Oh, but we don't believe in hypnosis because, you know, that's a load of cuck. That guy's a con artist. That's how they've downplayed everything in life through our marketing. So, you know, there's a cool meme. The last time I was on Facebook, I saw, if we lived in a forest without TV and Wi-Fi and newspapers and stuff, would we even know a virus existed? But we won't step away. We'll still buy that magazine because we want to see who died. Low vibration frequencies all the time. And they're medicating people, and people are, doesn't matter. You want to tell me you put together your herbs? Yes, you still take a Panado. You know what I mean? Because it really hurts. So sometimes you have to take a pharmaceutical chemical. No, guys, come on. Come on.
Yeah.
So marketing is a big thing. And
Well, that's
cigarettes,
everything.
I'm sorry, it's a whole long story, but I just wanted to tell you, like, there's no pictures of gum disease and cancer or of the tongue and all those weird warnings. There's none of that. And
Whereas
it's a really appealing box. I thought, well, if I was a smoker, I'd be smoking this just because
Really?
it looks cool.
that's so interesting, because British American Tobacco has spent all those big cigarette companies have spent huge money on changing
Brilliant.
labeling and
I
just
think they
pay.
brought a millennial on board, and that millennial just came and said, well, let's just change it completely back to what it was. Why do we reinvent the wheel? It sold really well back in the
90s?
No,
Doesn't
back
matter.
before that. I mean, the
50s,
housewives were
60s,
smoking
yeah.
cigarettes and taking Oxycontin. Legal form of heroin. Oh, God. No, but I must go stand in a queue and get an injection in my arm.
You know.
No, I couldn't possibly. That would just be hypocritical. Sorry.
No worries.
Today's a
Anyway,
rant
I want to
day.
get back to that, yes, to the virus,
Yes.
the dead cell thing.
Okay.
Okay, so dead cells. What was I going to say about it? Oh, okay. So if we know what that virus or that sickness or the big C is about, then it allows us to fight it, no? We can then put things together, learn about the body to see, well, how do we get rid of dead cells and da-da-da. So they've brought out that other medication, what's it called, radio, whatever, that stuff people are on. Look, I don't know enough, so I'm not going to talk much on it, because there is enough evidence out there to show that the body can heal itself. Okay. Again,
We were
again,
intelligent.
Again, man, it's such a hard one. Like, who am I to say? But I bet you we all know somebody, or we've known somebody who's passed from cancer, eh? Because we've lost somebody. Blessings to you, lady. You are sad, actually. Anyway, and I've had a personal relationship with it, and our daughter's gone through it, and there's so many different forms of it. But let's just get to the basics. Yes, maybe there are some that are just, you're going to die, and if you don't have the operation, you're not going to make it. And I get that. But the idea that it's accepted to work on a 50-50, there's 51% chance you can live, and a 49%, but you know what, you're going to die if you... The reality is we're all going to die. Whether we die today or at 100, or my goal's 111. So, you know, I've still got a ways to go.
Mine is 110 and 364. I'm going 5 minutes before you did.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man. To now come to this part of our lives where we're going to start fighting with each other, our fellow man, our friends, our families, over a vaccine, because we're going to believe that it is better for us, and it's going to... Man, the Civil War in America destroyed families. Brothers fought brothers. Sisters and brothers fought each other. Yeah, it destroyed. Why? Because of ideals. And the same thing is about to hit now. Just, we're not going to be fighting a war for our liberties. We are going to actually just be fighting for our lives, because some of us agree with this shit, and... well, everyone agrees with it, and some of us don't. And it's just the new... It's all rubbish. And our bodies actually are quite perfect, and we don't need to take anything. And, yeah, like Blue said, is it dead cells? Well, we don't actually know, but we're quite happy not to question too much.
Well, we don't go and check out what's going on in our body. And we don't go... I met a lady the other day who said that she wants to go and have a brain scan, so she can see if her brain is actually okay. And you know what? As kooky as you are, my buddy, I love you. You make sense. She makes sense. Because if we want to fix ourselves, why are we so afraid to know? We're so afraid to know, we're going to croak. Sometimes it's okay to know that you're going to croak. You know what I mean? Live your life, do your thing. But she wants to see if her brain is actually, because now you can foretell. I mean, if you go for a scan, the specialist who works with that scan can tell at a glance that this is not okay and that's not okay. And if you carry on like that, then so that's going to happen to you. But people don't.
Okay. Look, I'm quite into that because of what my mom's going through. Yeah.
Fix ourselves. Let's fix ourselves if we want to be healthy. But if we're going to sit and do fuck all about it and still eat McDonald's, then you're going to die.
Yeah, it's probably going to be horrible. Absolutely, I hear what you're saying.
It's like, it's so logical that the marketing and this big plan has made it illogical for people. They cannot fathom that, oh my God, what is the long-term effect? I questioned myself the other day. What is the long-term effect of drinking coffee?
Oh, is it?
35 years of drinking coffee.
Oh, check that out.
So what is the long-term effect of that? Are they gathering that data? Is that the data you're also gathering? Or are you just gathering data every time someone goes for a COVID-19 test? I'm just...
Valid point. Like, yeah, we've been given X information, but is it actually logical and does it quantify our lives? So, because, like, can I be honest? I never think of that. I don't think, yes, maybe, but when I turn 50, I should stop drinking coffee, because I know that in order to be healthy, you need to be active, you need to eat right. Like, there's a whole lot of stuff you got to do, and it's not just reliant on one thing.
Yeah.
So I know that in my life, I've kicked out, I don't drink alcohol, because actually it's wasted my life.
3 years, eh?
Yeah, and I feel great for it.
Yeah.
And besides, my drug addictions are over, and now I smoke bud, I don't smoke cigarettes. Do I crave it? Maybe, like, no. Maybe there's been once or twice.
I did yesterday.
Did you?
Based on the colour of the box.
Oh, okay. But I've never really smoked cigarettes. I've always rolled cigarettes. So, yeah, maybe those quiet times where, maybe, no, I don't actually. I just roll a joint. And that's my time with this planet, I think. But you know, I do know that as I'm getting older, if I need to focus more on maintaining my fitness. Why? Because fitness is your engine. If your body is strong, your mind is strong, you are strong. If your body starts to falter, then the mind starts to falter.
And then it's tickets.
And then it's tickets.
Because then you're going to die.
Thank you. Yeah, and this I'm talking from a bit of now. I don't know, you guys, just shout out to that Satguru dude. I don't listen to him anymore, but there was a time where what he had to say made a lot of sense, and I like the idea of the brain, and it's all about what's inside. And his whole thing is the body is just the vessel, but it's such an insignificant part, yet it plays such a big part. So it needs to be really healthy.
The vessel is the most important.
Well, no, because we leave this. So
but
for now,
you're on this planet.
Yeah, but there's more inside here. But if your vessel, if the machine is not right, then what's inside here can't work. Because if you got a cut on the finger, all you're worried about all day is your flipping cut on the finger, eh? You know. But if you don't have a cut, then you don't worry about your body. So I see that, and looking at my mom, her brain is slowly going away. So until her brain stops, which will stop the functions of her body physically just wants to be active. Why? Because it's wired its own way to be active. So it's important to be healthy physically in order to be mentally healthy. But now with this lockdown, it's forcing us to be physically not well. And physical constraints, because we are physical creatures, create mental constraints. And this is why that lady's having issues with corporates and mental issues. Hey, it's so, but no.
Because immediately if a cell in your brain stops working, then a part of your body stops working, because everything is connected. So what is above, so below. So
and we are not learning that stuff.
And that's important. Why do you have a butterfly in your brain? Why is there a butterfly in your brain? Why is there a reptile tail in your brain? Why are all these things? Why
do a woman's ovaries look like similar to the brain, the part of the brain?
So
did you know that?
Why do we go, oh, here's my foot, and if I rub this side here, it's going to take away my migraine? Oh, because as above, so below.
And you know that just for, because I was fascinated, the Egyptian hieroglyphs, when some kooky oaks coming up with a whole lot of ideas and looking at a bird and drawing it, there's actually there's stuff that's all connected. So the eye of Horus and the is like inside of our brain, the pineal gland. It's not satanistic or weird. Actually, it's us.
Our third eye is actually important, and it doesn't matter what your religion is. You need to go and research the third eye, not the spiritual and all that stuff.
No.
Just go and scientifically look at the third eye and see that there is actually, it doesn't
and how it's
have
connected.
what we see as an eye, but there is a hole here. So they say
it goes into a thingy that twirls, that goes down to our spine, that's connected to a thingy, that's connected to our sexual organs, that's connected to our feet, to our toes, and to the ground. And we need that connection to the ground, and it all needs to play a role.
So, here's the thing. If you want to heal yourself, walk barefoot. Walk barefoot. Find yourself a path, cut yourself a square there in wherever your concrete is in a complex, and just
go for a drive.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. People are lazy. They don't want to leave their homes. They use COVID as an excuse. So we sit with our feet up. Our feet don't touch the ground. They've made us believe, if you stand too long during the day, you're going to get varicose veins and your feet are going to swell up.
Okay, does that make sense? We are bipedal.
You actually get sick when you lie down too long. The chemicals in your brain don't work like they do when they are standing up, when we stand up. So there's a whole lot of stuff, but just start with maybe walking barefoot.
Thanks, Bella.
Not
You're
on
right.
your tiles.
No, on the ground.
On the ground.
Dirty.
Look, take 10 steps every day, 15 minutes under the sun.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Climb into the bath or the shower in the morning and look at your feet and go, oh my God, my feet are dirty. And then you know you are healthy. That's how I see it. Why are children always healthy? Most children. It's because they're dirty most of the time.
And the children who are not and always have the sniffles and there's always a problem, always wear shoes.
Always wear shoes.
Because can you imagine digging in the ground and getting dirt under your nails? Ew. I don't know. Interesting. interesting. There are a million topics we can talk about over a coffee date.
Yeah, thank you.
I did think today was Father's Day. So I was like, oh my God, it's Father's Day tomorrow. But anyway, we totally missed Mother's Day, sort of. No, we got organized 15 hours
like
before sunrise.
0 hour. 11th
And then yesterday I'm like, guys, quickly, it's Father's Day tomorrow. And they're all like, huh? That's ridiculous, because they're actually online all the time. So they get like first-hand information of what's happening out there.
Is it? It's only us two that are off
We're
the
totally
charts.
off the calendar. I don't even know what public holidays are when anymore. Our lives are totally different.
Yeah, yes. So, and we just really are like in this little backward place. I just want to say one thing, just because the other day I went into town, this big bad city, to go do some stuff, and I caught public transport, and I was sitting in a taxi waiting to come home, and you got to sit in a taxi until it fills up before it drives. So you can sit anywhere between 20 minutes to 3 hours. So luckily it was only an hour and a bit, and hence why I can never plan anything in my life, because I go with the flow of Africa. I ebb and flow, and I'm really good at it. Anyway, it did allow me to sit with my mask on, because of course you're in the taxi. You can't really stand outside the taxi, and it's
For whatever reason.
many. I can go into many, but anyway, so sitting there, I was able to view the world around me in a safe space, and it was quite sad and shocking that we believe that the world is out to hurt us, and that our fellow human can make us sick in some way just by being in our space. And the fact that pollution in Gauteng is such an issue, yet people will wear their masks because they believe that there's a thing like a virus. So until people stop wearing their masks, there is no battle, because the war is lost. I just want to point out the obvious, and just to finish off this chat, because I see it. Thank you, brother. And it's been wow. But I just want to say that if you want to make a stand, and I think now the time to make a stand must be made. Start with the mask, and start with the mask, because it's reinforcing the lie. So let's start with the biggest lie and work backwards towards the truth. And if you don't believe me or my lady, and we actually don't even live in your world, just spend the rest of the day dwelling on what we've said, or the rest of your day dwelling on what we've said.
Don't be afraid to be a bigot. Step out of your box. Get out of that bigot box. I've kept quiet for a long time because,
I'm a bigot.
Someone called me a bigot. So now you just lose half your personality and half your thought process because someone labeled you something. So stop.
Yeah, because we want to be liked in the world. We all want to be accepted.
We all want to be liked, but you know what? We live a lonely life anyway. We really do. Not a lonely life as in the way you guys think lonely is, but according to your way of life, we live a lonely life. You know?
Yeah, and zero interaction with the outside world.
Yeah, but sometimes I sit and I think, oh my God, that's actually quite cool, because you know, we protect ourselves. That's how we protect ourselves from all the weird viruses and the weird attitudes and the bigotry and
we make the effort to fight our war our way, I suppose.
Speak. Don't. Since I started speaking, my little thyroid is feeling better. You know, it's not like standing out and
And you know what, if you're wrong, because I had to apologize this week, but if you are wrong, then it's okay to be wrong. It's okay. And it's okay to tell somebody, hey, you're wrong. It's also okay to apologize and go, I'm sorry, I was wrong. There's nothing wrong with saying sorry. I don't know what happened to the world where we're not allowed to. It's okay to say sorry. It's okay to be wrong.
We just can't talk.
Yeah, but it's not okay to not stand up and say something. And yeah, man, I'm now standing up lots, and I'm going to say stuff because I disagree with a lot. But somebody can come and say, hey, China, wah, and then I'll go,
educate each other.
Oh,
you know?
Yes.
No, we just can't talk about, Blue, I can't talk about the world global whatever DPP plan, whatever it's called. Yeah, I can't talk about that.
Because you're scared of what?
Yeah, because people are like, we just can't talk about the vaccine.
We can't talk about race because I might be thought of a racist.
Talk about it.
Or I can't talk about transsexuals, because I'm not a transsexual and I'm not into binary.
But no matter what you say is going to be seen as negative.
But you're not listening to what I'm saying.
questioning.
Yeah, or you're not going, I hear what you're saying, but you're thinking wrong. Tell me don't fight me, because you fight me, I'm going to fight you back. Is that not how we are?
Yeah.
So don't, it's
awful.
okay. It's okay. I don't fight it. It's okay to be wrong, and it's okay to have your opinion.
It's okay to communicate.
Yeah, don't be a dick and
afraid.
stand at your opinion. If you're going to have your opinion and then be open to being punched in the nose and going, hey, that's wrong, because
Well,
it
that's how we
happens.
sorted it out at school, but now that gets seen as bullying.
bullying.
But I think psychological bullying is worse than actually donoring each other and shaking hands.
Yeah, but also you don't have to come back
Yes.
violently. You can just go, you know what, I hear what you're saying, but actually this is how the other half are thinking, and if you look at a different angle you'll see this way, because maybe I'm just looking in my way. For example, I love history. I read lots about history, and there's certain history I really dig, and there's parts of that history I now know today are actually a lie and were written by the winners. Yeah, the oaks that won.
Well,
So
the
they
people, they wrote their stories,
yeah,
surely, like a news article.
yeah, so they didn't really tell the full story. But
'Cause
I
there's
know
three
it so
sides to every
well,
story.
that if you say something against it, straight away I come back and I go, no, because according to, and only when I get to that point, according to, then my brain goes, oh, Chana, but you
that's
now recently learned that that's not, and then you can see me, I'm terribly sorry. Okay, what were you saying? Because now I have to, whether I agree with it or not, it's irrelevant. I have to go, okay, let's rewrite the story. Because the story I know is not 100%.
Yeah, well, if the victors are not going to write it, who the hell's going to write it? We're going to leave it
Yeah.
up to our governments to write?
No, because they're going to write their own story. So then you and me and the common people, we still don't actually know each other. Because your story and my story are very different, and none of us are talking about the real story in between. And why?
Because we might fit into another box.
You know? Yes.
But then our friend came yesterday and she's like, I'm trans, because I'm trans. What?
Transcendental.
No. So she fits a whole lot of boxes. Because she was a boy, now she's a girl. She is binary, because she explained the binary and non-binary. It was actually quite cool. It made so much sense because nobody else has been able to make sense of it. I
But
still can't remember it.
she
But
is
she fits
it.
in all these little boxes. No,
Yeah.
because then you're COVID positive. So, there's a COVID positive
Yeah,
box as well,
so it's
you
cool.
know.
Yeah.
And she's white, and she's female, but she was male, but now she's... we need to get out of our boxes.
Yeah, how
and just
cool,
live
and we've been a
little.
part of this transformation. And I just want to say,
Cool.
for most people, like I'm quite an old school bigot, I'm quite set in my ways, I'm a hunting scam, it is what it is kind of do.
Barefoot.
And I just want to say that she tolerates me, and she has so much wisdom that we laugh. That's why I'm actually talking like this, because I hear myself, and then I'm like, but I've said it, and then she's like, whoa, and then she just directs me into a place, saying, but you're so right, yeah, exactly what I've but I come with my own shit, why? Because we are who we are, yeah. But if we are open to learning and wanting to better ourselves and
Yes.
understanding our fellow people, then it's okay.
And she just,
It's
her
okay.
story is important to her. And that people have lost their stories in life. They're all just behind masks and all paranoid and
Yeah.
depressed and
Yeah.
sad and freaked out. And I don't like my neighbor because my neighbor doesn't wear a mask, standing in the garden having a smoke. And then she
Yeah.
comes along and she's just this breath of
fresh air, and has
And-
her own battle, and
yet
is
she
accomplished.
should have issues, and she should be complicated, and she should be. But her life story is just so amazing. And then I think, well, fuck.
And it's driven
How
to
life-
get to where she wishes to be,
Yeah. And
not
it's okay.
anybody else,
And
and
we
it's
talk
okay.
Communication.
Yeah, and we don't get hung up on the wrong things. Anyway, we love you. Thank you for listening to our wobble.
We just
We're
talk.
out of here.
You can see we haven't
Ciao.
been online for a while.
No, please like, please subscribe, love, share.
Ciao.
Yeah, love, share, like. Bye bye. Thank you.
Happy
That was
early
pretty-
Father's Day. We'll
pretty
celebrate
cool.
next week Sunday.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
Father's Day, it wasn't.
Sorry. I thought it was the second Sunday in June. Now it's the third Sunday. But I thought Mother's Day and Father's Day were always the second Sundays in the month. So, but then I have never had a father